Welcome and happy holidays from... And do you figure, Tim, we're at that point in the season now where we can really evaluate who the top teams are?
Well, Kevin, I don't think there's any question about it. There are a handful of teams we knew coming into the season would be at the top. But now, as you look, there are additional teams starting to open our eyes, and we're going to have to wait and see what happens with the trade deadline to see who can make a move to close that gap at the top.
And one of the beauties of an 82-game schedule, right? You have a long time to prove yourself.
No doubt about it. There are phases to an NBA season. We're about to enter the most important one.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Top of the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Tim, for all their talent, the Thunder committed to playing the right way.
Well, they are unselfish, they trust one another, and when a team is this committed at the defensive end of the floor, there's really no need to try to do too much offensively or play hero ball.
An already legendary trash talker and fiery competitor, Edwards' hunger to win and be an all-time great is admirable.
To the paint, it's tipped. Holmgren with the steal. Dort with the ball, picked up by Edwards. From 11 feet away, kicks it out to Holmgren. Off target from outside. Minnesota with the ball. That's going to be over and back, not watching for the line that time.
And we just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
SGA against DiVincenzo. Right side, SGA. Shot clock at 6. Back to Hartenstein. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Driving inside. And Edwards with the stuff.
Aggressive drive by Edwards, going into attack mode on that one.
Here's SGA. Sinks that one from the post. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Now here's Randall. From downtown, connects from three-point range.
Every year, it seems like Randall's playing with more awareness. That's why you can now run the offense through him.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. There's Williams with the 3. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves leading by 3. Holmgren with the steal. SGA finds Holmgren. Now here's Williams. He's defended by Randall. Williams gets the bucket.
Man, that's a lot of strength in there. Williams finding a way to get that to go.
We know about Holmgren's exceptional play defensively, but Tim, talk about his offensive game.
Well, he's incredibly versatile, Kevin. He can score down low. He can handle the basketball, shoots the 3, and I'm not talking about standstill shots. He has the mobility to even come off screens.
Wallace is checked in for Dort. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
A bit ago, Mark Daigneault and I were able to chat. Coach and I talked about the difficulties playing against Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, usually you worry about his offense. But he's shown the last few years that he's a lockdown defender when he wants to be. That's something that we'll need to factor into our game plan. Ant's defense is now a concern for coaches as well. Back to you.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for Holmgren. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Minnesota. Mike Conley comes in for Donte DiVincenzo. For 3, Edwards. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Some changes for Minnesota. Clark comes in for Gobert. And Dillingham subbed in for Edwards. Puts it up off the inbound. And it's SGA missing.
Wow, you got to commend the defensive effort right there. It really made a difference.
Reed gets the bucket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. With his average of more than 32 points a game, he's giving opponents nightmares with his fire pump. Williams for three. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein. As we get a break in the action, let's take a peek at the leading defenses. Number one, the Thunder.
Well, we can talk about their defensive rating and their pace of play and all of those things, but the bottom line is this team is hard to score on.
And the Thunder with some changes. Holmgren, he's checked in for Hartenstein. And it's Mitchell in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Reed. Dillingham with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. McDaniels outside to the middle and stolen by Wallace. Williams looking around. Now here's Holmgren. Over Dillingham. Holmgren can't hit. From deep three-point land, it's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 9. Mitchell outside. A three-pointer. Wiggins hits the three-point bomb.
That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
Mitchell against Conley. Pass to Reed. Shoots over Holmgren. Good work there as it goes. Reed's got his second bucket.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Outside Williams. Inside. And Holmgren the bucket on the assist by Williams.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
And here's Conley outside. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got more in store for you right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
And you can't overlook what they've done in the paint as well. A huge part of their success in this one.
We've got Chet Holmgren. Jason Wallace is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Jalen Williams. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Mitchell against Conley. Left side Williams from the baseline. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Timberwolves leading by 6. And he double clutches and throws it down.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's Wallace following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, he was cold in that first quarter. Now it's great to see him flip that switch and start getting hot here.
And there it is for him. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
For the Thunder, Jalen Williams comes in for Williams. And it's Dort in for Wallace. And then for Minnesota, Shannon's checked in. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Dillingham. Holmgren can't hit. Mitchell with the steal. From deep, Williams. Mitchell passes to Wiggins. Outside Williams. The tray does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just one so far. Here's Randall, and the layup's good off the glass. Randall's got the lead up to 9 now for Minnesota. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
Williams' shot is off. Minnesota leading by 9. Pass to Shannon. It's Edwards on the wing. Defended by Dort. Holmgren with the steal. The drive by Mitchell. And that one comes up a bit short. Minnesota's gone a very strong 4 for 5 from three-point land in the ball game. Randall dishes to Edwards. Randall kicks to Edwards. 6 to shoot. Randall a screen on Dort. Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc.
And you have to stay up on Edwards out there, which is dangerous because he's so good at going right around.
Pass to Wiggins. Holmgren against Reed. Off the run, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Yeah, I mean, take that. Holmgren, he knows defenses want to rough him up a little bit, and he welcomes the challenge.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Wallace comes in for Aaron Wiggins. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Mitchell. Reed misses. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. 9-point game. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they fell to the Wolves.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
Well, that was called pretty tightly, and I don't think they ever adjusted to the way the game was being called. Big reason why they lost.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey guys, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander does it all. He said, once I made an emphasis to try to affect the game on both ends of the floor, I have found myself having success. So for me, it's just a want to. Coach Mark Daigneault said he wants to win, and if you want to win, you have to do the invisible things. Guys?
Yeah, truly a two-way challenge. Okay, thank you, Allie. And the Thunder making a switch here. Hartenstein's checked in. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle steps for the Thunder?
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
And their ball pressure has been a major story in this one. Their ability to create turnovers and then turn that into offense. What a huge difference that has made.
Here's Holmgren, following the 3 by Minnesota. Here's SGA. Right at the rim. No problem there for Shai.
That's a high percentage look for SGA.
Minnesota leading by 5. Edwards looking it over. Here's Reed. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards. Edwards got 3 assists now in this one.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. Here's Hartenstein. He nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
That's just a great play on his part with the clock winding down.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. With their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And
if you can make threes with consistency, the floor opens up. They've been pulling apart that defense.
Making it rain, and their opponent brought no umbrellas. All right, fellas, let's... And that'll do it for halftime. We send you...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
Minnesota's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. The wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint. And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 10 points for him. And stolen by DiVincenzo. That's a 2 from Randall. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And you don't see that kind of quickness from your bigs very often. Randall with great hands there.
Holmgren outside. Hartenstein up top. Takes it off the glass. Hartenstein's got 7 points in the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Edwards finds McDaniel. Not going to go that time.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Hartenstein. Back to SGA. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
Looking now at some numbers for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The past month has been surreal. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And the only way you average top 3 in points if you have that scorer's mentality. He knows he's the go-to guy. And everyone else knows it as well. A shot by Williams, no good. Timberwolves leading by 6. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds in this game. Over in the corner, Williams. Outside, Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren outside. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. For 3. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Randall kicks to McDaniel. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Outside Williams. Pass to SGA. Now Holmgren. Dort wide open. No good from outside. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And the slam, if Rudy gets that ball anywhere near the rim, he is going to finish it.
And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's up his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to clean outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
Good on the bucket. Edwards got 14 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
It's Dort on the wing. Edwards defending. Williams can't get it to go.
And another miss. Whew, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Edwards dishes to Randall. Teardrop shot. And the rejection by Holmgren. Outside, Dort lets it go with the three. Gobert pulls it in. Timberwolves leading by 7. 1:35 left to play in the third.
And that is one of the things Holmgren brings to the table. His rim protection is critical for this defense.
Down low. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Now here's McDaniel. 6 points for him. Good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
For the Thunder, Kenrich Williams. He's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Jalen Williams. And it's Cason Wallace in for Dort. Here's SGA. He's got 10. Pass to Holmgren. Rebound, Minnesota. Reeves got 6 rebounds here tonight. Conley with it, and it's Wallace picking him up. And the foul called on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul. Mitchell, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. So it's the Timberwolves now. They've held a 12-point lead early. Conley's shot is off.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss was just on him.
Holmgren finds Mitchell with the shot. Williams' shot is off.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Outside Conley. Clark outside. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by Clark. And the Timberwolves lead by 10. And so it's Minnesota going into the break with a 10-point lead. Looking good at this point, but wanting more. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. We've got Kenrich Williams. Aaron Wiggins is out there with Jalen Williams. Then it's Mitchell, and it's Dort in a shooting guard. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. So you can talk about the physical challenges, Tim, of today's game. One thing the players have a little easier, certainly, is the way they travel from game to game.
Well, there is no question about that. I didn't even get on a charter till the middle of my NBA career.
Oh, my goodness.
In the mid-'90s. We were still flying commercial to that point, but there's no doubt travel is better for players. I think also some of the things they've added for guys, like massage therapists and acupuncturists and even personal chefs, all of that makes it a little bit easier for today's NBA player.
Now, if we can do it for the broadcasters, that would really be a win.
Sign me up, Kevin. I'll be right there reclining fully right next to you.
And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead. Is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Williams. Now Dillingham. Reed the pass to Randall. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Williams. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, Williams is a threat anywhere on the floor. The defense can't give him that much room, inside or out.
Here's Edwards, and finished off by Edwards.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And they have found plenty of opportunity to put it on the deck and take it to the hoop. Very aggressive in that area.
Edwards, that's good.
His efficiency throughout this game has really been something, and his team has been able to succeed in large part because of it.
Now here's Williams. Pass to Hartenstein. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
That is a tough bucket by Hartenstein, able to battle through that contact.
Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Mitchell. Tim, how in the world did Jalen Williams fall into the Thunder's lap with the 12th pick back in that 2022 draft?
Well, Kevin, he played at a mid-major, so he was a bit of a late bloomer. A lot of people saw him as high floor, low ceiling type, and he was an awful fast riser as the draft got here, but still a steal in that late lottery.
And what a smart pick by that organization. Oh, my goodness.
They seem to always get it right.
They do.
That is a big bucket by Hartenstein. He is locked in offensively.
McDaniels, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Michael Conley. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He was clapping in the huddle, saying to his guys, loving the effort right now, keep the intensity on them. Leave no doubt in their mind that this game is ours. Guys, back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie.
And look at the big man get up when Gobert takes flight. Well, you are in for a show.
Oh, that's an outstanding view from the AT&T Connected Cam. Dives for it, and they hit it back. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein, and there's the dunk.
And they have been running their offense through Hartenstein tonight, and he has rewarded all of that trust.
Now McDaniel. Now Randall. DiVincenzo. Down it goes for three.
Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
Thunder trailing by 8. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander.
That is so clever by Gilgeous-Alexander. He gets the defender in the air, gets him to bite on that shot fake.
And the first of two, no good, heartbreaker. And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the gap to 7.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Williams with the steal. 1:33 left here in the fourth quarter. And he makes that one count.
Well, Williams is just so poised out there. He welcomes the chance to come up big for his team.
It's Randall. Now Gobert. Oh, that was a two-hander.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Gilgeous-Alexander. Gobert there for the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 7. Now Edwards. Now Gobert. From outside, knocks down the three.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
And this run should seal this win. What a timely burst.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. Off the glass.
For his position, Hartenstein does an impressive job with the dribble handoff, using his perspective to find those openings.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Randall down low, defended by Holmgren. Now McDaniels, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, anything they do at this point is going to be futile. Too little, too late.
Well, for the Timberwolves, they can just run out the clock here. Randall outside, fires the 3, and there's the 3.
DiVincenzo. 3 points.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Donte DiVincenzo.